pink skies and the deeply hum of the morning espresso machines. But this wasn't going to be any ordinary day. The Eiffel Tower, proud and shimmering in the golden light, trembled, barely at first, but enough to make Pigeon fluttered nervously and paused in mid-selfie. At the same moment, paddling down a cobbled alley behind a pastry, was Griff the handsome schnauzer, a compact storm of courage and fur. His coat shimmered like ink dipped in mostly black, but with white streaks of snowy white down his chest and around his furry muzzle, like someone had splashed bleach on a living shadow. His eyebrows switched with suspicion. Something was wrong. Was an ordinary dog. Griff was a schnauzer with a nose and a bark that could break the sound barrier. He had saved the mayor's baguette from a sewer alligator last spring and caught a pigeon thief in midair, using only a trampoline and they raw determination. But today he was going to face his greatest challenge yet past his ears, perked up at the sound of creaking metal, low and terrible like the groan of a waking giant. He whipped around and saw it. The Eiffel Tower was leaning just slightly, but enough engineer, scrambled tourists screamed, and gust of wind, demars, like a warning from its fate itself. Griff growled something someone was behind this. Using his ultra-sensitive nose, Griff started towards the tower's foundation. His paw tapped the ground like tiny thunderclap. He scared to a halt by a suspicious panel on the lower base recently tampered with. His nostrils flared. Griff Nemesis LeFerre Phantom, a tiny villainous rodent, was goggles, a cape, and an obsession with toppling monuments. The ferret had chewed through the structure, wires, and planted tiny explosives to tilt the tower so that it would eventually fall and crash into pastry shaped like a croissant. Griff had no time. He worked 3 times, a secret code. A pigeon wearing a small headset swooped in and delivered a toolkit gift card at midair and went to work. With a wrench clutch in his mouth, he dodged sparking wires, kicked away a confused tourist, and left into the control hatch. His little schnauzer paws typed a override code, and he memorized from a previous rescue. One long rider and the whole tower would tip. He paused, growled, then snipped the blue wire. Thunk. The tower settled back into place, balanced safe, standing. The ferret, washing, screamed in rage, shaking his tiny before being scooped up by Griff and one clean pounce. The entire city erupted in cheers. Bells rang across the Notre Dame, a baguette in celebration. By sunset, dressed on a velvet pillow in the gardens of Versailles, a royal fanfare played. And outsteed none other than Queen Juliet of England Francia, a fictional monarch who appeared when the story needed royalty. She wore a long phone gown, covered in golden Eiffel Tower, and looked down at Griff with watery eyes. "Beyond compare," she said to the handsome schnauzer, "I present to you the gold bone of Paris." A glowing bone-shaped medal was placed around his neck. He barked once,